So basically, the record trigger flow help you guys to automate the logic based on the record getting inserted, updated, or deleted. So in those three scenarios, if you want to automate something, okay, let's suppose when you are creating some record, you want to create 5 more records. You want to update something, you want to delete something on create, you can do use record trigger flow. If you are updating something and based on the update you want to create some record or you know uh, call any apex class, call any approval process, do a post on chatter, you can do this, you can use this. If you want to send an email based on the record creation, you can use this record trigger flow. At the same time, record deletion. So let's suppose if you want to delete a record and you want to delete its child also after that, so you can use delete flow. So yeah, so that's how you can capture the event and use the record trigger flows. Okay, so that's about the theory which we already captured. Now to create such flows, you have to navigate on to Salesforce, search for flows. Okay, so all those type of flows you can find here. You click on it, and then you have a button called new. You click on the new flow, and then you will be redirected to the various types of flow. Here you have an option called record trigger flow. Okay, so this is a place where you have to start your record trigger. So now, as you know, that record created can be done for any object, right? Any object you can automate here. So that's the reason you have an object drop down here. So you have to select for which object you want to automate. Okay, let's suppose you want to automate for account. So now it's asking on account, if you're automating, which event you want to automate. Is it create? And since it is radio button, so at a time you can select only one. It says either update, it says create or update, like in both cases, right? Or means if any condition matches, it will trigger. Okay, so this is configuring a start. It means it's an entry criteria basically. Your flow will start if these things get, you know, these things are met basically. If any object account a record is created, then if you want condition, like if a record is created with this value, so you can use those condition here. But let's suppose for all record you want to perform an action, so you can skip this condition. Else you can select any condition, like all conditions are met or any conditions are met, and you can provide like if account is active equals to. So as you guys know, whenever a checkbox field is there in the left side, okay, you will be using true false here. True false is nothing about the global constant. False, true. Okay. You should know the type also. So this field data type, I'm not sure. So I'll go back in the org. I'll check the data type. And based on that, I'll put the condition. Okay. I came back here and this is a pick list. Okay. So since it is a pick list, I cannot put true false. Remember, only for checkbox data types, you can put true false. Since it is pick list, you have to copy a value. Okay, you copy a value from here. Let's suppose yes. So you put here equals to yes. You have to put that value. Okay. So now I repeat, I'll go start. And if an account is created with active as yes, then you have to select one of them. Okay. So now let me explain what is this and what is this. Fast field update is used when you want to update the same record. Okay. Example. This is the account. Let me open an account. So this is the account. Let's suppose if you want to create an account after creation, okay, you want to update the same account. Example, if phone is not populated, if phone is not populated by at the time of creation of record, you want to give some default number. Okay. Right now, if you see it is blank, if I'm creating next time new account and I'm not setting the phone, so you want to put some default value. Okay. So it is same record, right? The one record which you are creating, you want to update the same record. Okay. At that moment, you will be using fast field update, which means update field on the record that trigger the flow to run. Okay. So same record which is triggering, you can automate that. Okay. And this is done when the record is before saved in database. Okay. So this is something which is a definition. It's easily understandable. Next is actions and related records. This says if you want to perform some actions like send email, okay, trigger the approval process, okay, or some chatter post or some apex class, which is a code, code you want to call, or some other object, after record is saved into database, you want to perform some other operation. Example, as soon as account is created, you want contact also to be created. You want case also to be created, opportunity also to be created. So that is called after save. You are performing the action on another objects. Okay. I repeat, triggering is same object, but action is not on same object, rather it is on separate objects. So that is called the related object. And actions is when you want to send email or something, you can use. Okay, now let's take a scenario. If account active is yes, I want to update the phone number. Okay, if it is not updated, I repeat, if phone number is not updated by user on the account, I want to update the same. Okay, so now this is for active, yes. Since the condition is phone is not updated, so here I should select, because this would be entry criteria. If phone equals is null, okay, is null, this particular operator. So you see here there are operators. Equals means exact match. Does not equal means it is not equal. Start with is starting with something. This phone is starting with something. End with it's ending with something, some number. Contains means it contains that particular keys, or you can say a particular string or a value. Contains, right? Like suppose Devakar, it contains K, right? So you can use contains and when there are such conditions. In your case right now it is null, which means phone is null. I repeat, phone is blank. Then only you want to start this, right? Field update. So now in that case, this is null will be true. Is null will always give true false. That's the reason you are giving operator as true false. Okay, I repeat, let me read it. Phone is null true is come for this means phone is null. It means it does not have a value. If you gave it as false, okay, it means phone has the value. Then only this condition will match. Any doubt here? Is null means it will return true false. That's the reason you have to give as a value true, yeah, false, so that it will return true false. This complete two condition are in AND. It means both has to met. If both met, then only it will move ahead. Okay. Now guys, tell me any confusion. I'll repeat if needed. But this is the main form. This is the main form, guys. If you know this form, you are done. You are good. You would be able to understand the flow easily, because you should know the triggering point, when to trigger the flow. Right now, I'm only triggering it when it is created. It won't trigger when it is updated. If you're editing the account here, okay, here, editing and saving, it won't trigger. The flow will not call because it is
right.
on.
Right now we have phone number phone number right there, so we have to go for update, I think.
Yeah, but right now I'm capturing the create, then I'll show you guys update, then I'll show you guys both, then I'll show you guys delete.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay, so now I'll save it. Now, since your first is saved, now if you want to re-edit it, you have to click on this green icon, then click on edit. If you want to edit something, okay, this is the way. So now, next is plus, which means now what you want to do is you want to automate it, right? So fast field update. So now since you want to update a phone, because till here you have expected that phone is coming as null. So you just have to do an update here in the plus. Okay, when you click on plus, use assignment. Okay, use assignment, and here you can say update phone number. So you are assigning a phone number. Okay, so now the data will come in record variable. Okay, let me note it down. Okay, record trigger flow. Okay. So first point is make sure first is object selection. Object. Second is triggering point. Third is conditions. Fourth is before or after. One option. Okay. Once this is done, you are good. Then, and so this is the normal flow which you guys will be building it. Key points which you should remember. Key points. Okay. New version of record will be present in record variable dollar record. So there will be a variable present in your drop down dollar record. Okay. So in this you will have a new version, means what all new details are coming, you can read it from the record variable. Okay. So that's the one. Second is for before case, which means fast field update. Fast field update. No DML required. Okay. So DML means you can say update, because it's the same field, fast field update, right? So no update required. Update component is not required. Use assignment. Okay. By using assignment, you can do update. Okay. That's the reason I'm use assignment. I've not used the update. Okay. And here record variable, this one, as I told you guys, this is the variable. In this phone, you want to update the phone, you select it. Operator means equal to, you want to put that particular value. If you want to put multiple value, you can add, you can use add, but you want to put only single value, put it. Okay. Save it. So you have just put the value as this. Okay. Now you have to save it. Okay. Once you save it, you also have to make sure give the name, and name should be simple, like account after, sorry, before insert, because you are doing fast field update, use before, and this is insert case, use insert. Okay. So account before insert, that's the name, and then you activate it. Don't forget to activate. Okay. Once you activate, you go back, you create an account. Okay. To create an account, you have to navigate on account tab. Okay. Click on new. Okay. Just give it a name, test. Don't fill phone. Okay. Because if it is blank, it should get auto populated. Now, if you see, it won't populate. Reason? And anybody know what's the reason?
Sorry.
The phone number was not populated. Do you guys know what was the reason? For the record we created, phone number was not populated. Reason being, we were having two conditions, right? Is active should be yes. This is active should be yes. Then only it will be. Then only it will update. Basically. Once you save it, you go to details. Okay. Right now also I don't see it. Okay. So I'll try to refresh it one more time. Okay. So now I don't have it. Okay. So this is the time of learning. When I say learning, it means now you have to debug it. Okay. So you know, right? It didn't work. For you guys, it may not work. So what you guys have to do is debug. Okay. There is an option called debug here. Click on it. Okay. From here, you will be asked for put an account. My account was this, which I tested, for which it didn't work. So put an account, click on it, click on run. So this will give you a complete flow. If you see, it is not trigger. It means there is a problem starting itself. Else it would have came up here and it would have ended here. This is how you can use a debug. Now, if you come here, okay, you just have to verify again. Account created.
Yeah. Yeah, false, I think.
Is active false? Yeah. Phone is null false. Correct. Phone should be null, which means true.
True.
So that was the, while we were building it, we gave the wrong condition. Okay. Now I have to click on edit flow. Okay. Edit flow again. Then I have to update that condition. And then I have to use save as. Okay. Is null true? Then I have to use save as. Okay. Then I will save it and then activate it. Okay. Because after now, if you see version 1 was there, now version 2. Okay, you activate this version 2. Now you again go back. 1 second, let me go back and see. It's not active. Let me activate it again. It's active now. I'll go back. Now I'll create the account. -3. Active as yes. And then save it. So it would, I'm expecting phone is there. You see on the highlight panel, we have the phone updated. Okay. Now, if I want to delete it, our trigger will not fire. Our record trigger will not fire because it is not on update. To do that, you just have to click here and just select the radio button as this one. And then it will fire for update. Let's suppose you want to make it for both. You select this, click on done. So now it will fire for insert and update both. Okay. Again, the version 3, if you see versions are getting updated. So total 50 versions you can create. Okay. Once it is reached 50, you need to delete old versions. Okay. I'll show you guys how you can delete it all. So now if I, let's suppose updating it, now I should see phone coming automatically, right? So that's how the automation works. Okay. Similarly, when it comes to delete, you want to perform something. Okay. So you can use a delete option. So that is all about fast field update. Okay. Now let's suppose there would be some conditions, right? Okay. So you are already using conditions here, already using the condition here. So most of 90% of the time, you don't need to put them down. Okay. You can put the conditions here directly. So no decision required. But let's suppose you miss anything here. You don't want to update here. Use decision, this one. Okay. Here you can say that is phone null, question mark. Okay. So it will give either yes or it will give as default. So there is a something called default. I mean, if yes is not performed, follow no. It's like if this is not met, do this, whatever is default. So in yes, you can have a condition. If you see the same which you use there, it's like and or if any condition met. Custom condition logic means you want to combination of and or, like Divakar and Lava or Pradeep, like that. So now, as I told you guys, to read the data, you use record variable. Okay. Now here, while you are using record variable, you have to check phone. Phone is null. Okay, true. So similarly, the same condition which you have used above, you can use here also. Okay, then done. So this is a decision which you guys have used. Click on done. The screen is a bit stuck, maybe network issue. Okay, once you click on done, your decision will be created, and then you can, based on these conditions, you can perform the further operations. Okay, because decision is something which you decide. If this outcome performs, do this. But you can even create more outcome with the help of plus icon. Okay, this plus icon, you can create more outcomes, and then you can attach them on for the actions. I'm just waiting once it is saved. I can show you guys how further decision can be used. So maybe the org is stuck. You may have to refresh. Let me refresh this page. But you guys got it right. The decision is something you put the conditions over there. Okay. And then you can just easily, make sure based on the decision, you can decide what exactly needs to be done.
Yeah.
So let me try to put the decision again, because if you guys learn this one decision, you guys would be able to, you know, build more flows like based on the conditions. Based on the condition, you want to perform like multiple actions. Okay, not one action, multiple actions at that time. So let's suppose is phone null. If phone is null, you want to put the data. Okay. If phone is not null, you want to put email. So let's suppose that is the requirement. If phone number is not there, you can put phone number. If phone number is there, just put the email. Okay. So this record variable. Now here, phone is null, true. Okay. Now I'll click on done again. Okay. So this, see. So now you have two options, yes or no, right? Because you have that outcome available. Now let's suppose for no, you want to update email, right? So you can add one more assignment and say update email, because phone number is not null. Then you want to update email. So at that moment you can, but email field is not there. So let's use something else. You want to update rating as cold. Picklist value you can get even here also. Okay. So I repeat, if phone number is already there, then it will update the email. But if you see, if phone number is null, it should come here, it come here, it goes here, and similarly is phone null, it come here, it will override the phone, because after that it is coming here only, right? The path should be separate, right? So this should go here. It should not come here. Reason being, both are meeting on the one junction. It will update phone in both cases. So we don't want it. It should go here. So in that case, you have to click here. Okay. You can cut from here. Cut. Then you come here, paste here. You see, now it looks good, right? If this goes here, then end. If this goes here, and that's the way you can manage the decisions. Okay. Any doubt, guys, on this part? So now you go back, okay, and you can easily test it. So if phone number is there, it will update the other detail, other in the sense the rating will be updated. Okay, let me go here. So right now, if you see phone number is not there, neither rating is there. I click on edit, I click on save. So phone is there. Okay. Now, if I click here, I click on save. Right now, nothing happened. Okay. Now we have to see why. You guys know the problem is on the top, you guys have only put a condition that phone is null, then only it should follow, right? So you guys have to remove that condition from here because you have put it. Yeah. No, this is fine. The problem is about the entry conditions. This entry condition are blocking that. This one, this phone is null true. So if you remove this, then you can manage with the help of decision, right? Because in our case, we want email that rating should also get updated if phone number is there. If phone number is there, we want rating to get updated. So that's the reason I've removed it from there. And the condition is in decision. The condition which I have removed it from the top is present in decision. That's the reason I'm removing it from there. Okay, because I want no should also work. Previously, no was not working because entry condition here only, start May only, we were having a condition that this should matter. Phone null. That was the reason it was not working. So you come here, you again click on edit. We have to make sure we have saved and activated. Okay. So version 5 is there. I'll save it. And right now, if you see, rating is updated to cold automatically. Okay. So that's how you can manage the decision. Now I'll show you at the end. Now I will show you also, guys, that let's suppose this is not the right version. Rather, version 2 was the right. You have to activate the version 2. You don't need version 5. You want the backup. How can you guys see the backup? For that, you have to go to home, search for flows. You come here, you look for your flow, go to this drop down, click on view details and versions. Once you click on view details and version, you will be able to see all the version here. Okay. From here, you can delete, you can activate, or you can test it. Okay. So now let's suppose version 2 was original, you can click on activate. Okay. Now version 2 is active. It means whatever was in version 2, that will work. Okay, guys. That's how you can, delete or activate the old version. You can track it basically. The history is being tracked. Any doubts so far? Okay, I take it as
So,
no.
so we can change the updations by changing the versions, right? Suppose if the customer says he want the previous versions like that, so we can come here and we can activate.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. If there is any mistake you have done in the latest version, or they are rejecting the current functionality, you can go and activate the old functionality easily.
Oh, okay.
That's right. So this was all about before event. Okay. So guys, practice it today. Okay. Just see how things are there. You guys should be learning that. Now I'll show you guys. Let's suppose if you want to add more decisions or outcome, you click on plus. Okay. You gave it as a name. You can say rating is hot. Rating is hot. Okay. On that, based on that, if you want to, put, you have to put condition also. Okay. Rating equals to hot. Okay. So now if you click on done, you guys will be able to see one more branch. And here you can put anything. All right. So this is how you can segregate. If this is not met, this is not met. So that's how you can segregate it. So this is something for your learning. Next is you guys learned about the assignment today. You learned about the decision today. Loop is when you have more than one record. We will be having that. Collection shot, filter shot, you guys can ignore, not needed. Don't learn them for now. Update record. Since we are doing it with the help of assignment, we don't need update record. Okay, that's the reason I told you guys don't use update record. Okay, good thing is in Salesforce you have limitations, so we will not fall in that limit. If you guys will be using update record, you may fall in the limit of DMLs. Okay. Get record is when you want to get some record. Let's suppose if there is a existing record in the student with that phone number, you don't want to add the phone number again. So that where you can get a record. How it work is you click on the plus, okay, click on the get record. So with that you will be able to add a additional component. Okay, let me show you guys. Come here, click on get record. Now it will ask what name you want to give. Get a student. Give any name, it's optional. Okay. Now which object? You have to give student object because you want to try to find the data from the student. So here the object is student. Okay. Student record you are getting. What condition? Like which student record you want to filter? Okay. Because there would be 100 of student, right? So there should be a condition like this student you need. Okay. So you come here. Okay. Let's suppose a student is having default phone number. Okay. Is null, false. It means default phone number is there. Okay. Is null, false. It means default phone number is there. And only first record means it will get first record. Okay. Yeah. If you want all record, you have to select all record. It means whoever has a default phone number, all the record will be, queried. But you don't want, you only want first record, you can say as first record. You want to short like latest. Latest means created date descending. Created date. So this will give you the first created, the latest created record which has default phone number. So that's how you can manage the shorting. Now you can click on done. So now you have a one record. Okay. And in decision, you can check that this phone number and this particular. So here, if you see, this is a. So you will get every component here in the list. This is that particular get which you got, get student. Get student is null false. It means there should not be any student. There should not be any student whose default phone is there. So that's how you can add more condition basically based on that. So now this will only run when there is no student record with default phone number. Okay. So that's how you can increase your flow. So those are the options you can use. Okay. So yeah, that's all. So today you guys just go through it, today's recording, and yeah, that would help you guys to understand before flow. Tomorrow we will learn the next flow. Okay, about the record action on related record. This we will learn, and we will also learn one thing, which is, let me tell you guys what exactly that is for 1 minute. Last 1 minute, you guys have to focus. When I am searching record, so if you see, there are two things. Record. This is latest version, new version. There's something called record prior. It means old version. Old version in the sense you are here. If you are trying to update the phone number 0 to 1. So latest version is this one. Old version is this one. So this, to track this old or new value, you can use this. As the name says, prior, it means old, prior value, prior field mein whatever value. Record new version, new field mein what is the value. So just to better understand, let's suppose phone is changing. If somebody is changing the phone, okay, does not equal to record dot phone does not equal to prior. It means old phone. So if you guys understand this, this is new, this is old. So if both are not equal, it means somebody has to change the value. Then only it will run this particular outcome. So that's how you can manage old and new, right? There would be chance, right? Somebody may ask you, okay, I need to do this automation. If somebody is changing the value from hot to cold, right? At that moment, these things are helpful. It would be also helpful if somebody is changing my date of birth, I should get an email. So you have to say record date of birth does not equal to record prior date of birth not equal to, these both are not equal, then send email. So that way you can track those, somebody will change the date of birth. Amount, a good example is amount. So if somebody is changing amount, you want to alert your manager. At that moment, you have to just put this condition and send a email. So that's how this is how it is useful. Okay, business scenarios I'm talking about. Okay, so we'll close it today here. Just do the practice, watch this video again, and we can come back tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Thank you,
Sure.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.